Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. IG Elephant Man _ podcast, Facebook / Elephant Man, and then on YouTube. Blessings, shalom to everybody. Shalom. It's been a minute. I got so many shows that I ain't even uploaded yet, man. And I just got to stop what I'm doing and go ahead and upload them. I've been working, been trying to get this fall garden going on. You know, it ain't over with the growing, everybody. You can still grow. Still things like some peas and some greens and some turnips and some beets. It's a few things that you can still grow. And so I'm trying to get that together and get some other stuff together. Pray for me. I'm trying to get the not-for-profit going, get that up and running, a grow culture, so we can try to teach our people how to grow fresh fruits and vegetables and a lot of different things like that. It's a life skill that we need. So pray for me about that. Okay, Shabbat Shalom, Cam 2 player in the building. Shabbat Shalom, blessings to you. Ninja Firewolf, shalom, blessings to you. Octavius Brightwell, I'm about to say Bagwell. I know a Bagwell. Octavius Brightwell, Shabbat Shalom, blessings to you, blessings. And blessings to all those coming in. Like, subscribe, share. What I didn't do, I didn't put it on my main Facebook, I only put it on the Facebook. That's the people who joined do Elephant Man Podcast, Facebook and YouTube. So some people are not gonna get this one, but I just wanted to just sit up and chat and chew the fat with my people. Loyalty to royalty. Now, we gonna talk about this, man. I'm gonna show a few things and I'm gonna read a few clips, and then we're gonna ask the question. We're gonna bring the questions on out there to see what's going on. Now, we all know that Queen Elizabeth died. What was it? Thursday, or late Wednesday or something. And so, all over Twitter, man, Black Twitter and Irish Twitter. I guess they got a chip on their shoulder, And I'm gonna show some of these memes that's pretty interesting. And then I gotta ask the question, right? So let's look at some of these memes. So I went to Black Twitter, man, and bam, Woody is breaking it down. So let's read what that says right there. It says, me arriving at Queen Elizabeth's funeral, Black Twitter. I was like, wow. For those who don't, this is a video of it looked like I don't know where they at, but it looks like Woody is breaking it down. He getting all hype. He's excited, right? So I'm gonna go through all of them real quick, and then I'm gonna ask y'all a question, man. All right, y'all let me know what's going on with that. So that's that one. Queen Elizabeth dies. Y'all know this young girl from India, right? When Queen Elizabeth dies, what Black Twitter is doing, that's wild, right? Y'all remember this young lady right here? So that was crazy, right? All right. Hold on. Let me share some more. I was just like, what? I was on here tripping when we get the news that Queen Elizabeth died. Look at that. They got her playing the tambourine, going off. Black Twitter playing the tambourine, going to town. All right. All right. I'm gonna do a few more, Michelle, and then I'm gonna ask the question. Stop the screen, share. All right. So that's that. So if you go on Twitter, go on Black Twitter, you will see a whole bunch of, everything. So this one is interesting. British Twitter was kind of upset. Now they was offended, man. British Twitter said, quote, Have some respect for Queen Elizabeth. This is not a joking matter. Aren't you a lot tired of the jokes? Aren't you a lot tired of the jokes? I don't know what that means. Black Twitter. And then they put on this, I'm not tired yet. Boy, I tell you, my folk crazy. All right. So let me show you one more. So, and then we're gonna get into this. Wait, up. So Black Twitter as well as Irish Twitter. Irish Twitter is upset too. They going ham. All right. But I'm gonna show this Newsweek. Why Black Twitter is on fire after Queen Elizabeth's death. Why Black Twitter is on fire after Queen Elizabeth's death. But remember I told you it was Black Twitter and Irish Twitter. But they put it on us. They was like, man, the real question for now, this is Eugene Scott at Eugene Scott. The real question for now is not the appropriate time to talk about how negative the impact of colonialism is. So a lot of times people say, man, it's not the right time. When is the appropriate time to talk about how negative the negative impact of colonialism? Queen Elizabeth's death at age 96 has sparked a flood of tributes and fine words for a beloved monarch who reigned for a record 70 breaking years before passing away on Thursday. From world leaders to members of the public, the social media landscape has been filled with expressions of sadness in the hour since it has announced the sovereign had died in Scotland's castle. However, a number of Black Twitter users have taken the opportunity to mark the Queen's death as a moment to celebrate with the range of memes, explanatory threads filling the timeline. Black Twitter is on fire, reads. Black Twitter is on fire. And here's another one, too. Black Twitter, me going to the Black Diaspora going to Queen Elizabeth's death. All right? That's crazy. Then we put a few of the memes. So I looked at this one, and it has, hold on, let me take the ticker down. I mean, it's got all kind of people. It got praying hands. It got Nipsey Hussle in there. Rest in peace. It got DMX. And I don't understand that one. That one was weird. Like, what does that mean? Then it said when she gets to the pearly gates, Yahusha's going to be looking at her like this. They put this on there, right? Then this under the Snapple cap, the facts. Out of the 193 members of the United Nations, Britain has invaded 171 of them. Okay. Then they got the one with Kobe crossing her over up in heaven, having the Queen fall out, crossed her up. Then this one is weird. This one says the Queen died, and Prince Henry will be the new Queen instead of King. Then they had this fly high Betty White. You know, like, that was crazy. Now I seen this one on Haile Selassie with the Queen bow down to Haile Selassie. And then Diana getting her lick back. And it said this is supposed to be Queen Elizabeth. And that's supposed to be Betty White filming. Woo! Let's see. Chief Keef. What did it say? Rip, rest in peace or something. Then I seen this one too. This is very, very. Oh, this is from the Django. That scene when he was crying. And this one right here. Now I don't know. Dana Stevens posted this one, and it said the crown from India, tiaras from South Africa, or the diamonds from South Africa, Nigeria, Australia. These are the different countries around the world that they pillaged when they colonized it, they took a lot of the stuff. And some people say, well, she was just ruling and reigning, and that she didn't really take that stuff. So why we running up on Diana like that? All right. Let's see my comments real quick. She love y'all. Yeah, they was going in. I was like, whoa. It's interesting. Shalom, man. She love y'all. Lynn Bernard, the Wicked Witch is dead. See what I'm saying? Some people you know. Toda Rabbi. Oh, I didn't know who this is. This Elder Adams. Elder Adams, this is how your stuff come up when I for the Facebook, man. I don't know why it does that. But that's what's going on. Tail Ministries Facebook group live yesterday. Oh yeah. Yeah, they went live yesterday. Yep, absolutely. So that's kind of wild, man. Oh, Ruhama trying to figure out both of them, right? Because I got to get off in a second because Pastor Kelly is coming on too. I got to see what's going on. Shabbat Shalom, Ruhama. Blessings to you. Yesterday I saw what killed her and watching Great Britain basketball team. Wait, what does it say? Yesterday I said what killed her were watching Great Britain basketball team. Oh, wow. Yeah. So my question is this, man. Like, you know, it's wild. It's a wild thing. My question to my panel here tonight, not my panel, but my people that's my live folk, have we went too far? Have we went too far? Now, I know folks gonna say, you know, they ran us through the mud, they colonized us, they did this, that, and the other. But I'm saying, oh, Rohan, blessings, shalom, brother. Shalom. No. Have we went too far, though? I'm saying, as far as bitterness, is that a root of bitterness? We've been mollywopped. I'm not going to even make no excuses for us. Cats getting reparations, that selective empathy do something to you, right? That selective empathy, you know, you got sending all of this stuff. Sarai, Yah. Shalom. That selective empathy, it does something to you, right? You're looking out for Ukraine and doing all this different stuff. And man, we can't even get fresh water in Mississippi. We can't even get fresh water in Flint. It's just not in the news as bad. The water is a little bit better, but it ain't all the way better. Now, check this out. I heard, and I think I might have mentioned this in the other show, that they're trying to get some kind of crime bill or crime something, you know, for $100 million, right? And I heard to fix the water problem, I know that's not what we're talking about today, to fix the water problem in Mississippi, Jackson, and those different places down there, it costs $20 million. Rip the pipes out, get the, you know, fresh water system, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? $20 million. So you spent $100 million on trying to figure out how to lock us back up. All you got to do is take $80 million of that, which I think is excessive. You shouldn't even spend that much. And then pinch $20 million to get the water back in Jackson. That sounds right. But I don't know why. You know, when the wicked is in control, and it just gets wild. So let's see what Ruhama said right here. She said, "Well, one of many of our oppressors." Right. Absolutely. So, but my question is, for real though, are we over the top with it though? Are we over the top, or is it justified? And it's real funny too, because a lot of, I'm gonna put it like this: a lot of white people, it's different for them. I've seen it firsthand at my job. It's different. It's different for them, man. I'm telling you. Like, they was like, "Oh, she died," this, that, and the other, and it's like, "Oh, wow, okay," you know. And we had to watch videos in the classroom today, and you know, commemorate 70 years, and that's a long reign, and it's like we don't feel the same. It ain't the same for us. You know, so I don't know if people are being insensitive to our plight or they don't care. You assimilate to the culture around you and get with it. Get with the program. You know what I'm saying? You have been colonized. Your mind, will, and emotions have been taken over by the oppressor, and get over it and get over it. Get with it, get over it, right? And the way they talk about slavery, it was a dark part of history, and you know, we should really, you know, get over it and move on, and you know what I mean, and pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps. But let 9/11 roll around. Wait till Sunday hit. when 9/11 hit. Man, it's gonna be all kind of commemoration. It's gonna be crazy, right? Man, look, Ukraine, 9/11, you name it, right? A real person get killed in the street, and they ain't tripping off of it. A canine German Shepherd to get killed, and they got all kind of hugging it and crying. And it's just crazy. The world is sick, man. But my question is this. Oh, she said our heroes are demonized. That's a good point. Our heroes are demonized. You're absolutely right. So I say whoever controls the narrative controls the mindset, right? Whoever controls the narrative controls the mindset. It don't really matter what nobody did. It's what they want you to remember, right? They want her to have a strong legacy, just like they want to have Bush have a strong legacy, right? Right? They want them to have a strong. If they want to have a strong legacy, they'll talk about you in a great light at the end of your run. But if they want to throw you in the mud, they will do that too. I wonder what attack they plan for Sunday. Wow, I'm not celebrating mourning or rejoicing, not because the Most High is rejoicing, slaying the wicked. Okay, he says, I'm not celebrating mourning or rejoicing, not rejoicing because the Most High does not rejoice in slaying the wicked. Ezekiel 33:11. I had read this right here. It says callous, and I was like, callous talking about insensitive, indifferent, and unsympathetic. So people have and nations, systems have been insensitive, indifferent, and unsympathetic to us in our plight. You can't. There's no way around. Now, if people who never experienced it, what we experienced and went through, they'll think that that ain't happening. It's easy to say that if you have not been through that as a people. It's really, really easy to say that if you haven't been through it. If you haven't been pulled over to systemic racism as far as racial profiling or getting pulled over, then you can just be like, man, maybe they didn't have their seatbelt on, or maybe they wasn't driving 2 or 10, or maybe 2 and 10 on the hand steering wheel, or maybe they had a light broke out, or maybe they got attitude when the police came and asked for the license and registration. They never think that, it's racial profiling, right? Brother or sister ride past in a nice little car, and they got to pull you over and figure out what's going on with that. So that's just one of many things. The redlining, the food apartheid, and I'm not singing the blues. I'm just saying we've been through some stuff. I think what it has did is made us stronger. It made us more resilient. It made us lean on the Most High. But I don't want us to be callous, right? I'm not saying that we should say, oh, we praying for, everybody over there in England that lost their queen and all that. And that's another thing too. They make it seem like it's our queen. Like, man, the queen, the queen died. You know what I mean? And it's like, we don't want, whoever died. You know what I'm saying? Any man, woman, or child that died, it's like, man, that's pretty jacked up. You know what I mean? But that's like telling the Rev 29s after Hitler died to say, hey, man, Hitler died. You know what I mean? They want to commemorate Hitler dying in their schools and they those cats, the Khazars are going to be like, oh, man, they ain't tripping because Hitler died, right? So I think that's real wild, man. I just want us to guard our heart, protect our heart. You know what I mean? And we've been done wrong, man. But we're gonna take the high road on this. We're gonna take the high road on this. I'm not saying have no Elizabeth II screensaver. You know how they be doing all of that. The flag, the British flag on your screensaver and all that. I'm just saying, man. Like I don't have really nothing to say about it. They did us wrong and they doing us wrong, but the Most High gonna handle it in His timing. You know what I mean? But that is Black Twitter is going off though. They're learning we are falling. Okay, what did it say, Ninja Firewolf? They're learning we are not falling for their fake sorry no more. Yeah, absolutely. And then to give us what they think that we need. If we said, man, I'm hurt, man. I got cut in the arm. Who cut you? You did. Oh, you tripping. What you want? Man, I just need you to help me wrap it up, man. Give me a bandage. She said, you know what? Yeah, you making this up, man. You tripping. You got cut in the arm. Here's a box of cornflakes. And it's like, I ain't say I was hungry. I said I needed a bandage for my arm, man. You know, it's just don't care, man. People don't care. They don't care. And they tell you what they want to give you, right? We ain't got no money. We can't do reparations. Reparations will bankroll this nation instantly. Ain't no more grants, ain't no more scholarships, ain't no more giving Ukraine no weapons, ain't no more none of that, right? It'll be bankrupt. Plus, the fiat currency of the dollar, this is not that show, it's going to drop anyway. We're going to go with digital currency pretty soon. So I would want land anyway. I won't want. Don't give me no when inflation go up and then give me some money that ain't worth nothing. Okay, I feel you. We just chopping it up, room hummer. We don't have to take any road. She is dead, doorknob dead, and all the wicked have to die. Just like those who follow. I feel you. I feel you. I understand that. I totally understand that. I'm not taking either side on this, but I'm just saying. I just like, man, we gotta guard our heart and stay focused, man. And yeah, it's a definitely a change in the guards. It's a shift in the spirit. That natural death, right? And I seen even on Teo's page, it was like, man, it's not a coincidence that it was 70 years. You know what I mean? Not 71, 70 years. And it's amazing. It's a shift. And I know the nations know about it and they feel it. And there's nothing they can do about it. And it's like, man, we're gonna try to hold on to it. But only thing we have to do is let go of pride. Because Yahushua said what? Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. And we repent and we follow his lead. But when we get this God complex and we follow these lowercase gods, and then we get in trouble. We get some more money than we can spend, right? We got islands, we got boats, we got yachts, we can fly to the moon, we can do anything we want to do. Now we want to control man, right? We want to be God. We want to be the Most High, I should say. The bodies and souls of men. We want to inject you with all kind of stuff and do all kind of stuff to you. You my subject. No, man. The devil is a lie. Higher Satan is the straight liar. Meanwhile, there's too much going on with the people to pay all this attention to the other nations. Understood. 1619 brood. Land, yes. And foreign currency. Turkish lira is super cheap, and they're ascending. I think they're going to get just a one. So they got to crash the dollar first, and then they can come out with, you know what, we're going to go out with this one world currency. And then they try to get rid of all these different, democracy and a Republican and Democrat, and you like Biden and you like Trump and you want this, that, and they want to just get, look, we're just going to have a global council. We're just going to have leaders from representing, the EU, the European Union, the UE rather, right? And they're going to have just a council, a one world government, and a one world military and different things like that. That's what they're trying to go with. But they got to crash this system before they bring the new system in, right? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Roma. Get those likes up. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to it. Absolutely. But yeah, man, I just want us to guard our heart, man. I want us to guard our heart. Texas keeps sending immigrants to Chicago and New York. I seen that. They sent a lot of people. I seen that on the what's the name of the Maze Jackson show, Chicago, a local show, and they were sending a lot of immigrants to New York, and they're gonna get some to Chicago too. And they was trying to get like 5,000 a person. That's not gonna be enough. They're gonna need hundreds of millions of dollars. So they got them in hotels and stuff like that. Now that's a place to stay, but they still got to eat. They still got to, it's a lot to it. So yeah, this place is cray. Okay, it was interesting. Rohan said it was interesting scripture from TCA presented though this morning of men is about their bodies And but an ill name of sinners shall be blotted out. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The bodies and souls of men. The bodies and souls of men. That's what it's all about. It's a big war. And if you look at even in the book of Daniel, you know, who's going to rule over creation? Who is the most high? Right? Hasatan said in Isaiah 14, I want to be like the most high. I want to rule and reign like the most high. He don't even know how to rule and reign. It's terrible. He got people got identity crisis. They all over the place, right? And it's just crazy, right? God complex. Oh man, we know we gotta have seed in the egg to create another. Okay, well if I same sex, we can't procreate no more. So let's take these stem cells and do all these different stuff and try to play God, right? Try to be like the Most High, right? But it's wicked. It's very, very wicked. Very, 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 very wicked. This woman was not nice. Okay, let's see what they say. Ruhama said this. This woman was a not nice racist. Racist. She lived a long time. Maybe she was good to her parents. Yeah. But then they said during a memorial, a rainbow shined over Buckingham Palace. And Israel was crazy. Like, that ain't nothing but what they said it was. You know how you can project something in the sky? I was laughing. I wrote it down. I forgot, but I was laughing. Israel's so funny, man. Israel don't play. They is not for playing these end times. Hey, man. Yeah, Angie Lovey, I said they don't care, right? You can say a lot of things with your mouth, you know, but your action speaks louder than words. I'm a firm believer. Action speaks louder than words. It should not be no problem. But that lynching bill, you shouldn't be thinking back and forth. Should we pass it? Yeah, yeah. They should be prosecuted if they hang somebody. If you second guessing that, then that something going on with that. That's an easy one right there. You know what I mean? And so we just gotta just believe in the Most High, keep our eyes focused on the Most High, man. It's just wild, man. Very, very wild, man. Very, very wild. Vengeance is about okay, Elder Adam, let's see what he said. Vengeance is Abba Yah's, and he will repay. You cannot let the hatred that is in them get in you, or you will go to hell just like many of those who refuse to repent. Ooh. Wow. That's heavy, Elder. Yeah, man. We just gotta guard our heart. You know, he trying to get 2 for 1. It's the fourth quarter. He trying to get 2 for 1. And we got to guard our heart with all diligence. I'm not saying be soft. I'm not saying you can't post on Black Twitter. All I'm saying is, man, we don't operate how they operate. We call it to a higher standard, right? That rainbow was Abba Yah promised to his people, nothing special for her, in my opinion. Somebody said it was a not Blu-ray. It's something that you can project in the sky and make it seem like, man, I forgot. Somebody posted that in Tails Facebook. But they think it was that. You know what I mean? And then they posted it all in the news. But you know, that's also another thing that's very, very interesting. They say now is not the time. I remember Blue Beam. That is right. There you go, Blue Beam. Yeah. So if you wanted to be like, you know, God is smiling down here and you seen the rainbow, and that could be a blue beam. You're right. It's crazy how the narrative is like, now is not the time. You're being insensitive right now. Or if you bring it up during 9/11, or you bring it up during Schindler's List, or, you know, we keep learning about what happened at the Holocaust. They are still getting paid. I forgot how much money they're getting paid over in Israel, and the Holocaust survivors over here getting bank. Okay? Starting companies, everything, right? Capital to start their businesses and everything. Sending their kids to private school, getting bank. Okay? Don't let them fool you. And they just take Uncle Ben's off the rice box, and Aunt Jemima take Aunt Jemima off the syrup bottle, and it's like, there you go. Wow. But I think this, and Deuteronomy 28 when it said, "No man shall buy you." See, because we created to worship, and if we're not gonna worship ourselves, we'll worship something. We'll worship something, right? So if this system comes to our rescue, we can, not saying that we can create a golden calf out of it, right? If something or someone other than the Most High come to our rescue, we can create a golden calf and we'd be back in the same situation. We'd be in the same situation. So the Most High said, "No man shall buy you. I'm going to do it. Vengeance is mine. Wait on me, on my timing," right? Be like the wise virgins with your oil full. The oil is the anointing of the Ruach, and wait on me. I'm going to do it. And I think people do not want that change. They don't want. And pride is crazy. You can look in the history books and say, look, Babylon rose and fall. Persia rose and fall. Greece, Rome, but not this last Babylon. They're just gonna be on top forever. No, that's not it. Right? Even that statue in Daniel when he talked to Nebuchadnezzar about that statue, it said it was a mountain that came down, not cut out with hands, and it smashed that statue. If you read Daniel, and it was a great exceeding mountain, right? That mountain is Yahushua HaMashiach, his kingdom, his reign, his rule, right? It's going to be into the wicked rule, and the enemy knows that. Right? John 10:10, the enemy come to steal, kill, and destroy. Yahushua said, "I come that you may have life and that more abundantly." The enemy knows that his time is short. He knows that his time is short. He wants to rule and reign so bad. And he got a little team, right? Yahushua got the 12 tribes. He got the 13 bloodlines, right? Yahushua is the Christ, the Mashiach. He got the Antichrist, right? He's trying to be like the Most High. He wants to be like the Most High so bad, but he can't be. He can't rule, he can't reign, and he can't win, right? So we got to stick with the Most High, especially Europe when they have energy and electricity. How long before it turned to Europe? Oh, yes. I told you I got like 4 shows. That's one of them, right? It's called Gross Darkness. Okay, they have an energy crisis right now. Right now. And I think it's got to be, I guess nobody can be this dumb. Like, they want to crash it so they can rebuild it. So when you run up and say, "Russia, leave Ukraine alone," Russia like, "Nah, man, y'all can't come up in here. Y'all too close. We cool. Get back, NATO, or whatever." Then it's like, "Y'all clown. Okay, Russia, we finna take your Netflix." Remember all the sanctions they got against Russia at the beginning? We about to take this, we about to take that. Russia, we finna hit y'all up real bad. But 2 things they forgot. Well, 3 things they forgot. If it is even a real skirmish, right? These people all together. First thing, they own 1/4 of all of the wheat, right? That Europe and China get. So you say, "Oh, you taking my Netflix and all?" It was some weak stuff in the beginning. If y'all remember a couple of months ago, they tried to put sanctions on Russia. It was weak. They tried to freeze the money to their billionaires and all that. And it was just weak. Like, man, they cut off that wheat. Man, look, you ain't gonna be making no doggone bread, no baguettes in France. Second thing was that oil line, that energy line, straight from Russia. They're like, "All right, y'all ain't getting no more nothing. Y'all ain't getting nothing." Man, it's gonna be a cold winter, bro. It's gonna be a cold winter. I'm serious. And Karis, shout out to Karis, Covenant Awakenings. He brought this up too. He brought that up. I was like, man, it's gonna be a cold winter. When you gotta actually go up in the forest and chop them trees down for real, and to keep warm. Cause it's gonna be crazy, man. And so that energy and that wheat, that's the trump card right there. That's like if you playing spades, you got the major spades in your hand. I'm like, man, so they had to know that he was gonna come back with that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all in the plan to crash the system. All in the plan to crash the system. And I don't want to be a bearer of bad news. We just chewing the fat, talking about world of current events, right? We just chewing the fat because sometimes these kind of shows upset people for some reason. And we just chewing the fat, right? I'm just reading the headlines, reading what's going on, seeing what's going on, what we need to be at, what's going on with everything. Amen. Russia, Iran, China, North Korea, not going alone anymore. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, but we knew there was going to be like that, an alliance. There's going to be an alliance and stuff. Yeah, we are the last kingdom. America still answers to Rome. Yeah, America still do answer to Rome. That's why in that statue, because the legs was legs made of iron, right? And that represented Rome. And then the feet, they wasn't together. They wasn't unified. It was part iron, part clay. The iron part was the Rome part, right? They wasn't together. It was a 10-toe kingdom. It was not together, right? They was backstabby. They was not trusting each other. They wasn't solidified like the other kingdoms. You know what I mean? They was together. But this last 10-toe kingdom, part iron, part clay, they're not together at all, right? And that greed and that pride and that lack of trust is just what's gonna make it collapse, make it go down. Many people say now is not the time, but I said those that say that when is not the time to tell the truth and treat us as Albert Elder Adams commanded us to do. Hear, O Israel, love Yah with all your heart, soul, and with all their might, and love thy neighbor as yourself. So when it is ever not right to do what Abba says, please tell me. Yes. Amen. For real. So we just got to stay focused on what the Most High is saying to do. And we got to do, that's another reason. That's another reason why they passing bills, even in my state, against critical race theory. Because on the surface, they say you're trying to change history. But I think they don't want to be shining the bad light. Everybody want a good legacy, right? Everybody want to go out with a bang. Everybody want nice things said about them at their funeral. Everybody want nice things said about them in the history books if they're that famous, right? Nobody wants to be, looked upon as a heel or terrible in history books. But on the flip side, you got to tell the truth. If you was a bad person, you was clowning, then you was clowning, and the whole world should know, right? Don't clown and then be like, oh man, you finna mess my legacy up. Let's say some nice things. Let's say nice things. Let's say smooth things, so we don't look crazy. No, man, tell the truth. Tell the whole truth, everything, right? They leave out so much stuff, right? So yeah. Speaking of the Pope too, I remember that too. It might have been, I want to say 8, maybe 10 years ago. Might have been longer. Whenever that new Pope came in, I was at work. I promise you not. We was at a training, and this dude, we sit next to me. He said, "Hey man, we got a new Pope," and I'm like, "We what?" And this guy wasn't even Catholic like that. You know what I'm saying? I could see if he was like Catholic and he thought I was Catholic. And then he said, "Hey, yo, man, we got a new Pope." He was like, "Man, we got a new Pope." I'm like, "What?" Okay. It didn't change. It didn't change nothing for me, man. That information didn't change nothing for me. Right? So only what we do for the Most High will last, ladies and gentlemen. Only what we do for the Most High will last. Democrats and Republican states, because Illinois did the opposite. Yep, absolutely. Only what we do for the Most High will last, y'all. That's the only what we do for the Most High will last. So, yeah, I just wanted to chat on that, man. I just don't want us to be callous. I'm gonna close in prayer. I'm not saying you can say what you want, do what you want. Look at this one right here. On the throne, 1952 to 2000, the porcelain throne, 2022, right? Cray. Yeah, man, we got to take the high road and focus, man. Man, that's just crazy, man. We that's light work, right? That's light work. We gonna the most high, he gonna do what he gonna have to do. He said, "Vengeance is mine." He gonna take care of that. Hey, he gonna definitely take care of that. Let me see what is going on here. The Pope met in 2015. I think it might have been before that. This Pope met in 2015 with a lot of the other religious leaders. I had a roomie that was glad about the first black Pope. Oh yeah, I remember that black cardinal. But I was talking about Benedict. It might have been Benedict. He had became Pope, and then the guy came to work like, "We got a new Pope." I'm like, okay. But a lot of times people, as long as you assimilate to the culture, you know what I mean? And then my friend was so mad that they went up in 45's house in the Largo and all of that. He said, this is just ridiculous. And I'm not saying he was a Trump supporter, but he was just saying he didn't want America to be the laughing stock. Like, this is just ridiculous. These are our world leaders, just that and the other. I'm like, bro, I might have that conversation with him Monday. I got to figure out how to, but it's like, it's different. It hit different, man. Even 9/11, even though I was tripping, I didn't feel the same. It just feels different for us. We've been here. We've been going through these different things, man. We've been trying to say, it shouldn't have to be on your doorstep for you to be empathetic. And I found out it's different between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy, like, poor you. Empathy is like, you know what? I feel you. I understand you. I empathize with you. I can feel, oh, Brooklyn Israel, Shabbat Shalom, family. I feel, I can empathize with you. I have empathy for you because I've been through that situation, or I can just relate with that. Because sometimes you don't have to go through that same situation to have empathy for people. But it's like the way true Israel is being treated. It's like, man, y'all just go over there. Y'all gonna do what we want. We're gonna give y'all what we want. As long as y'all going against each other, we got perpetual sin. Y'all got the shit in innocent blood with the abortion, and y'all killing each other. Man, just going over there. So they think they don't even know. Most High said, "I'm gonna write my laws on their heart. I'm gonna awaken them. I'm gonna awaken them." Amen. And it's gonna be just a new thing, right? When the time is up, that 400 years, 2019 was up, and we don't have time to be fighting on UA community and all that stuff. They talking about, oh, we defending the truth. Okay, run up on them Rev 29s, right? There's so many other different people, but you run up on us because it's easy to beat up on your own people. It's easy to beat up on your own people and deny who you are, and that's fine. If the Most High showed you who you are, who we are, that's cool. I'm just saying it's easy to beat up on us, right? They just easy to run up on R. Kelly, but got to run up on Weinstein the same way, right? Same way. Don't be a respected person, right? If we gonna run up on him, Gail and Oprah, whoever, put a mac in his face, have him on there looking crazy, crying, run up on other folk, run up on all of them the same way. We can't be a respected person. So it's easy to beat up on us. It's easy to beat up on a man that's down. Feel me? But you know not what to say. You won't even come at the alphabet community like that. But anyway, we're going into a whole other show. We done went into 3 different shows. But anyway, I'm just saying, or Hugh Hefner. He said, oh, Hugh Hefner. Oh, man, that's crazy. Right. But yeah, man, that selective empathy is total disrespect. They could just pass a bill, pass a law, shoot you, kill you, whatever. But the Most High was looking. He sits high and he looks low, and a couple of iniquity is filling up, right? And that's delusional to think you're in right standards with the Most High and just treat his people any kind of way. And even if we want the people, you just can't treat anybody any kind of way, right? They think nobody's coming for us. They think they got us under their thumb. That our bodies and souls belong to them. They think that. They really, really, really think that. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Some know. Some know. Some over there in the catacombs of Rome, like, man, they watching us, seeing what's going on. They know. They know. While they telling us to look over here, you know, they looking to see what's going on. So we definitely gonna pray. The only reason I said that because even when I came into the awakening, I went into about a year and a half of anger. And I'm glad that other Hebrews shared their story with me. Because I thought, you know, I was on an island by myself, like just mad. Not saying other people didn't know about it. Shout out to Elder Adams, shout out to brother Elder Rob, shout out to, you know, brother Lou. I'm saying you can still have people around you and feel alone. So it's no dig to nobody. You ever been in a room and you still feel alone? You ever been in a party, you still like you there by yourself? You know what I mean? So it's not about the proximity of people around you. It's about what's going on the inside. So, man, I was mad for about a year, man. Start seeing these maps, man. Start seeing all that stuff. So I said that to say I didn't want the root of bitterness or anger or these different things to start building in my heart, because I won't be no good for the master's use. I gotta have a tender heart, right? So I can listen to the spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, so he can tell me how to navigate, so he can tell me how to move, right? We gotta have a soft heart, guys. I ain't saying be soft, but we gotta have a soft heart, a pliable heart, right? He's the potter, he's the potter, we're the clay, right? And so we have to be pliable in his hands. That's all I'm saying. We can't be bitter, right? I ain't saying you bitter if you go on Black Twitter. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, bro, we're going to guard our hearts with all diligence. Yes, they've been insensitive to us. Yes, they've been indifferent to us. Yes, they've been unsympathetic to us. That's the definition of callous. We ain't, nah, man. Nah. We sit high and look low. We seated together in heavenly places with Yahushua HaMashiach. We sit high and we look low, right? And we ain't gonna let them take us out and let us get out of character and different things like that. Because the Most High is doing the work in this end time, right? The Most High is doing the work. I think y'all know we need to heal. I don't think it will happen here. True. I don't know how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. But in order for us to take our rightful place, we have to heal. We have to heal. Absolutely. Right? Because we can't be throwing temper tantrums and mad and pouting and arms crossing and being, you know, undeveloped baby. We gotta be salt and light of the earth, period, point blank. Right? So we're Israel with blood on the inside, but we need Yahushua's blood on the outside. Right? We definitely need his blood on the outside. So we never want to get it twisted and think, oh man, I'm Hebrew by blood, right? And then just not trample over the blood of Yahushua, which makes us righteous, right? So that's all I need. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying those people who posted. And I was chuckling. I was like, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even go to the Irish Twitter. I don't even, you know, but I guess I'll go on there after I leave here and check out some of the posts that they got. But very, very cool. Yes, I was angry too. I was not of Yasharal, the English state identity Aryan, just like their cousins stole your ancestors' identity, found out the Aryans are Mahdi. Yeah, I was just upset, man. I was just upset but I'm not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. It's been a while. I'm not there anymore. I'm not upset. I'm upset at the injustice. I'm upset how we get treated, right? I will be an advocate. I will speak up. Like, yo, man, you know, we need it too. You know, we need fresh water too, right? We need fresh foods and produce and all your. So I'm gonna do that all day, every day, till he crack the sky. But as far as going tit for tat with them folk, I ain't going tit for tat with them folk. I can't waste my energy. Some people they might got extra energy. You know, you keep saying give you a piece of my mind. I said my daughter said the posts were brutal on Irish Twitter. Word? Yeah. They don't play fair, man. They probably clowning. But you see the news posts. News posts say us though. The news posts say Black Twitter, just that and the other. Why? Black Twitter is on fire after Queen Elizabeth II's death. And they was like, they posted it all in there. Right? So I guess that is a good time. They always say that this is not the time to talk about that. I think that is the time. That's the best time to talk about it. That's the best time to talk about it when these issues come up. Right? Because if there ain't no hot button, if there ain't no hot topic, like, okay, since we're here, let's talk about this, that, and other. Here's another one. News One. See? Black Twitter's remorseless response to Queen Elizabeth's death. 2 words, British colonialism. Then they got us on there. And I'm not saying we shouldn't feel that way. I'm not being insensitive to us and our plight at all. But I'm saying colonialism affected some people too. But they like, oh, it's Black Twitter. Both were going in on Black and Irish Twitter. Yeah, you're right. They both were. They was clowning. I was like, ooh, cray. It is what it is, man. So I'm praying for Israel. I'm praying for Yasharal. I'm praying for the people that's cleaved on to Yasharal. I'm praying for the nations. You know, that, man, time is running out. I mean, man, I got so many shows. I ain't even posted that. My stuff going to be old news by the time I put it out. Unless I just start putting them up. Then I got one about the flood in Korea. It hit the affluent part of Korea, man. It's the droughts in China. I had that show, but then Teo did a real excellent one on that. But I'm still going to show mine. And then lights out in Europe, right? They got to turn off some shop lights. They got to turn off air conditioner and subways and other thing like that to preserve energy because of the long winter, right? Gross darkness, the dark ages again. Okay, what did it say? Because they know Northern Ireland and Scotland tried to leave the UK. Yeah, they be having little skirmishes and stuff too. They be getting it in too. But I'm telling you, everybody get their check. Everybody get their reparation. Everybody get some kind of apology or something. We get a box of Uncle Ben's rice and some Aunt Jemima syrup with no Aunt Jemima on there. Right? And they think, oh, y'all cool. What they doing? Oh, they eating hot chips and they doing TikTok dances. They cool. They still in the infant state. They don't need nothing. They don't know how to lead. They don't know how to guide. How are they talking about their Israel? They don't know how to lead and guide. They still in the infant state. Be good. No, y'all not. The awakening is finna do a massive quickening in the spirit. Right? And this is in closing, then we're going to get off. I think about that. I mentioned this before. That Coming to America 2. I don't know if y'all seen it. Sorry. That Coming to America 2. Supposedly, Eddie Murphy character, when he came over to New York, had an affair or had, slept with somebody and had a son, right? And so the son, in the story in the Coming to America 2 is that, oh man, you got royalty. It's a prince over there in New York City that, this, that, and the other. So this dude in New York is a prince, right? Because he's an heir to the throne. He's royalty. He don't even know it. He's oblivious to it. He's living his life. He's living his life in New York, right? He don't even know he's royalty. Just because he don't know he's royalty does not mean that he's not royalty. And I know that's the story. That's the movie, Coming to America 2. If you ain't seen it, check it out. It's interesting. Just because he didn't know he was royalty does not mean he was not royalty. Then he found out he was royalty. It was like, oh, wow. Then they try to get him to act a certain way and do a certain thing and walk a certain way. And it's like, man, he's trying to live up to these expectations and these standards. because he found out who he was, right? His identity. He found out who he was. Then, part of the movie, he got discouraged. Like, man, forget all this, man. I ain't none of this. Just because he said he was not royalty, that didn't rescind his offer. That didn't take it away from him. He was still a prince. You feel what I'm saying? Even though it's a movie, track with me. He was still a prince, whether he knew it or not. Before he knew it, he was still royalty. And then after he tried to denounce it, he still was royalty. In Israel, we can't denounce who we are and say, my identity is in Christ. Yeah, it is in Christ, right? But he wouldn't have told us who we were and how we're supposed to be and be the salt and light of the earth if it wasn't important, right? A lot of times in the churches and stuff, and I'm not ragging on the churches, we will get a title like nothing. And we'll hold on to that title, and we get bored with that title, we switch the title out. And I'm not saying they don't have those different mantles, right, and offices and the fivefold ministries, but I'm saying we this, right? But we don't say that's your identity. We just, okay, that's my office. Okay, I'm from the tribe of Judah, right? That's who I am naturally. I'm saved by grace through faith through the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, so I can enter into all that's facts. So I can't say, man, this is rough, man. It's hard, man. I don't want to identify. A lot of times folk don't want to identify, try thinking they're gonna get away from it. You know what? I ain't with them. I ain't with them. I'm UA. I ain't with them. I ain't with the camps, just that and other. Yeah, some of them gonna have to get some straightening up, right? But for the most part, we praying for all of them. We praying for the valley of the dry bones. He said, can these dry bones live? He said, yeah. Prophesy to these dry bones. Prophesy to them, right? No, he said, only you know, Lord, because he looked at them, they was looking bad, right? Israel looking bad. Everywhere you go, man, it'd be 85, 90-degree weather, cats with big old 2 or 3 coats on, talking to themselves, walking down the street. You see it. Y'all don't even stay in my hood, and I know y'all know a person with a big old hot coat on, not in the clothing in his right mind. And I ain't talking about that, brother, but you know what I'm talking about. Asking for change, down bad, right? In and out of relationships, in and out of jobs. Israel about to come up. The undesirable, the byword is about to come up. Not by might or by power, but by his ruach. Watch what I tell you. It's a rumbling. Those dry bones are rattling. And again, we can't organize it. Because if we organize it, we will get credit for it. Right? And we would get worship. Just like how Paul and Peter got worship. They was doing many mighty miracles in the book of Acts, and they were like trying to worship them dudes. Like, nah, don't worship me. Worship Yahushua HaMashiach. We come in his name and we doing his work. Feel me? But anyway, I ain't trying to get on no thing. Hell of a Man Podcast Network. That one right there, boy. Like, you think you coming up in chow? This one right here. Kobe crossed her up and left her on the stairs, bro. Boy. Hell of a Man Podcast Network. Grown Man Conversation, Dylan Evans in the room. I'm out. Perfect.